Today, we're talking about Chesterfield, specifically 6 things you should know before you move here. Now, Chesterfield is a gorgeous city, rich in history, arts, culture, has some beautiful landscapes. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is the suburbs of St. Louis. So let's talk about it. And welcome to the Living St. Louis channel. My name's Jacob. Let's get right into it. Number 1, there are 2 slightly different sides of Chesterfield. There's east and there's west. So the eastern side is mostly within zip code 63017. It tends to be a little bit older. You'll see some more established neighborhoods on the older side, slightly smaller homes. And then on the west is going to be zip code 63005, which tends to be a lot newer of an area. You'll see bigger homes, recently built, and they tend to be higher in price. Now, these days, breaking it up by zip code isn't necessarily the best way to put it because there's 2 massive developments. I'm going to talk about them in a minute. Wild Horse Village and the Chesterfield Mall. Both of those are in 63017. But they're like right smack in the middle of Chesterfield, and I'm generalizing here. For the most part, on the eastern side, you will see older neighborhoods and slightly lower price points. And of course, there's going to be infill throughout. You do have newer construction, but most of the new stuff is happening on the western side. Moving on, number 2. If you like strip malls, Chesterfield is the place for you. You might be thinking, why is that? Are the cap rates really that good? No. They're just everywhere. Chesterfield is like the strip mall central of St. Louis County. You will see them everywhere, especially along the major roads. So you have Olive Boulevard, which turns into Clarkson Road. A lot of stuff happening in that corridor. And then you have Chesterfield Airport Road, which goes right through the Chesterfield Valley. This is home to Chesterfield Commons, which is the longest outdoor strip mall in America. It is absolutely massive. It has pretty much anything you could think of. I mean, it's a lot of food, shopping, retail, groceries, home improvement. There's a movie theater. It has pretty much every big chain you can imagine. Now, I live like 2 minutes away from the valley, so it's great for the convenience, but let me tell you, it confuses me all the time because there's so many roads that turn into the commons. And if I'm trying to go somewhere, I'm constantly trying to figure out, okay, wait, if I turn in here, do I go left? Do I go right to get to the place I'm going? I am always losing track of where everything is. Like you have Target on one end and then you have Lowe's all the way on the other end. But then there's like Walmart, Sam's Club, Best Buy right in the middle. And I'm always like which way do I go? Because that's a lot of stoplights and stop signs to get through there. But it is great. If you are a shopaholic, you will thrive in Chesterfield. You've also got the St. Louis Premium Outlets about 5 minutes west from the Commons. So really, whatever you're looking for, any kind of shopping you got to do, there is a lot of that in Chesterfield. Number 3. Chesterfield is rapidly growing. I mean, it is booming with new construction. There is new stuff popping up around every corner, it feels like. So one thing you'll see a lot of, plenty of new construction neighborhoods. So there's a few along Wild Horse Creek Road. Lombardo has a new one off Shetler. Wild Horse Village is a massive one right in the middle of Chesterfield. It is a brand new community of houses, townhomes, apartments, condos, and soon there's going to be commercial space in there as well. I mean, these are a couple pretty big neighborhoods. If you're in the market for a new build house, or if you're just looking to buy a house, sell a house in Chesterfield, hey, guess what? My team and I are practicing realtors. If you'd like to work together, we would love that. Text us, email us, whatever works for you. And hey, yours truly lives right here in Chesterfield. We do a lot of business here, know the area, no pressure, but we would love to be of service to you. And then you've also got the downtown Chesterfield project, which is a massive $2 billion development that is officially underway. So they've just started demolition of the Chesterfield Mall. So the mall is going to get torn down. They're going to level the land. And then this is going to be another massive community with apartments, condos, townhomes, houses, retail, office space, shops, restaurants. It is going to have a lot. And it's right next to Wild Horse Village. So these are 2 kind of sister communities right in the middle of Chesterfield. And then if you go into the valley, there's a lot of stuff happening. So you will see new things popping up. Gateway Studios is under construction. There's going to be a new hotel right next to it. And then you'll see plenty of new warehouses, office parks being built. They're redoing the Chick-fil-A in the valley. The District is a brand new entertainment hub right in the valley. There's a concert venue there, Top Golf, brewery, some restaurants. It's a really cool space. Number 4, there is actually a local airport in the Chesterfield Valley. This is the the spirit of St. Louis Airport. I always think this is funny. The airport code is KSUS. I'm like, K-sus. If you live near the airport, you might occasionally hear noise from the planes flying overhead. I'm about 8 minutes away. I don't really hear the noise. I do see them flying overhead, but let me tell you, when they have the air show every June, 100% you will hear that. When they have jets flying overhead all over the place, my office is in the basement. I can be down here and I will still hear the jets blasting overhead. Aside from that, I don't hear very much. But if you're moving near the airport, just keep that in mind, especially along Wild Horse Creek Road, up there kind of on the bluffs. Several neighborhoods that look directly over the airport. Number 5, really, really great schools in Chesterfield. Now, there's a couple different districts in Chesterfield because it's a pretty big area, but all 4 of the public high schools rank within the top 10 public schools in Missouri. So depending on where you live, your kids are going to probably go to Lafayette, Marquette, Parkway Central, or Parkway West, and all 4 rank very highly according to public rankings. Now, number 6, this is kind of a funny one. If you live in Chesterfield and you have a lot of friends that live in the city who are not familiar with the county, I have a lot of friends like that. They think you live in the boonies. I mean, they will talk to you like you just live way out there. Like if we're hanging out somewhere in the city and they're like, wow, Jacob, you drove here all the way from Chesterfield? I'm like, dude, it's a 20-minute drive. And hey, you know what? It's not the city kind of lifestyle, but I have everything I need 5 minutes away. I'm pretty happy with it. And then another funny thing I get comments on YouTube for is that some people have a very strong opinion that Chesterfield is not St. Louis. And my response is always, what are you defining as St. Louis? So I mean, there's St. Louis City. Chesterfield is not in the city. There's St. Louis County. Hello, that's where Chesterfield is. And then there's the greater St. Louis metropolitan area, which includes 12 counties and almost 3 million people within about an hour of downtown St. Louis. So is Chesterfield St. Louis? Is it not? Well, I guess that's up to your interpretation. If you have questions or feedback for me, let me know if you think Chesterfield is St. Louis or not in the comments down below. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.